Welcome to our short video on one of our many services, because we've got the ability and the tools to restore, repair, design and log electronic systems. Today we'll specifically look at vintage audio. I have to tell you though, there is a lot of ignorance and inaccuracy spread all over the internet. We're here to help you navigate through all that twaddle, and misunderstanding often is the case. It helps by understanding who the designers were and how their systems work. And yes, back in the day it was a world where the brand designers were different in approach, construction methods and component choice. You have to recognize those. You also need to recognize that some of these systems are 40 to 50 years old. Back in the day, they were also up against, or rather the designers were also up against the restrictions of the off-the-shelf technology that was available to them. Today we've got a wealth of technology, transistors specifically, that their performance values go way in advance of what they had back in, say, for example, the 1970s. Now, after the world has been bored out of their tiny minds, me included, with the current audio offerings, there seems to be a big swing toward classic audio. Good thing too. There's a lot of recording studios out there that have a lot of technology that goes back into the the 60s, and the reason they won't get rid of it is because, of course, they feel it's a lot better than what is produced today. We're aware though that quite a lot of these have been through a checkered history. Look out for some traps. Quite a lot has gone through modifications and reworks, and some poor engineering. A lot of that can be reversed, but that takes time and money. The way to gain reassurances on reliability and what it is you're purchasing is find a good trusted vendor that is backed with the historical and technical competencies, and ask questions as if you were buying a car, for example. Does it work as per original spec? How did you come by it? Has it been modified? Do you know any of its history? Obviously there's no logbook that comes with any of these things, but most good vendors know intimately what's going on inside the systems that they're vending. Here are some of the restorations that we've conducted over the past 6 months, and images in this video. And as an engineer, it's really nice to do the time travel back into the past. Quite often the designs come up with some surprises. Better performance, strong against operating difficult load conditions, and some have got the sonic abilities to leave today's audio a rotting corpse on the battlefield of dynamic range. A lot of these systems can be reliable and last for another 30 or 40 years after restoration. By which time somebody like me I won't be about. Somebody else will then take the baton on and perhaps do it all over again. You never know. This is the Technics SU series. This is probably one of the youngest systems that we deal with. It's the RC2000, RA2000 Rotels. Massive capability in those. It's the EB101 AR turntable that we completely restored on the left of it, all stuck on a piano. Well, this guy comes into the workshop every now and again to check on us and make sure that we're performing to the quality standards he expects. Rotel, excellent these are. What a pairing. Quite often the problems really associated with signal to noise ratio, because a lot of the components inside weren't expected to do a duty of 40 to 50 years, and it's our job to make them as young as they can possibly be again, so that you can enjoy them. KEF 104s, now there's a set of speakers, milestone in design, perfection in a box. That's the other thing, is the crossovers in those, they do need looking at, because again the components weren't expected to do this extent of duration. There's the inside of a JAS44 JVC amplifier. It gives you some idea of all of the areas we've got to forensically go through to make sure that, you know, what we're passing on is going to be reliable. You need to know how these things work, what their design intent really was in the past, and keep to it. Don't deviate. There's one of our own amplifiers that we're designing for ourselves. It's coming on quite nicely. Anyway, thank you very much for looking at this video. Leave some comments. If somebody's got any questions, throw them in. Many thanks.